some people, I guess you could say that the prospect of a life in the metaverse and what that could be, it might be more appealing than the prospect of reality. And I mean, look at video games, right? Why are some of these video games so appealing? There are different factors, but one of them has to be, of course, related to effort. It takes very little effort to quote unquote accomplish things. If we're talking about like expending calories, effort, work takes very little. You can just sit there, you're just moving your hands and you get that feeling of accomplishment. Also, of course, the games are very structured and they are set up in a way that is rewarding and allows everybody to progress. And life is very unstructured and chaotic. And so some people, I'm sure many people would they are willingly choosing to do that right now with World of Warcraft and whatever other MMOs are big these days. So,
yeah,
I mean, the only way the metaverse is not even more appealing to a lot of those people would be if they personally changed, right? If they were in a better state, maybe you could even say spiritually, maybe they would get off the video games and try to do something else. But that doesn't seem to be the trend. It doesn't seem to be the trajectory for a lot of people and for our culture in general, right? It seems to be downward, unfortunately.
Well, I started watching a bunch of clips of these people that are, considered early adopters. And, now everybody's an expert and has some TikTok page that's effectively giving advice. And unfortunately, I logged on and was like going through a lot of it. And this guy made an interesting point where he's like, I would rather be poor and have nothing in the real world and be rich and fucking rolling in the metaverse. And the guy like asked him, they were like, well, if you could effectively just like pod your body into, cryostasis kind of, and just live your entire existence in the metaverse, would you? He's like, 100%. I could be who I wanted to be. And the thing I find is like, no, you can be whoever you want to be in the real world. What you're moving towards is like,
it's hard though.
Well, it is hard. And there's failure in this, and there's, fucking pitfalls and people in this. I mean, it's a real life choose your own fucking adventure. And what blows my mind is the Matrix is starting to look a lot like a documentary. Because, I mean, that's effectively what happened, right?
Maybe it is, John.
Dude, Keanu, fucking ahead of the curve. But, I mean, like the analogy just reminded me as soon as he said it was like them in the pods living their whole life and then getting pulled out and red pilled. And, like, this is something I constantly worry about. Like, I think it was Tex was telling me, what is it, music and your haircut crystallize after the age of about 25, 26. And then you can kind of like look at men over the course of time and they have the exact same haircut going forward. And then like same with music. So I always worry about haircuts and also music, like not being, I guess, dynamic or, valuable enough to like learn, maybe get a new haircut, learn some new music, but also look at this stuff. And I think I'm like, this looks like shit. This sucks.
What are the popular haircuts? I know the popular music and I hate it. What are the popular haircuts?
Well, I think when
the
you're
man bun thing still popular, or is it the?
I don't know. Turn around. Let's see it. No, but it's like
I'm
what
not sure
happens.
I have a popular haircut.
At like
my hair strategy is I just let my hair grow until it annoys me enough to make me want to get a haircut, and then I just make it shorter. Those are my instructions,
dude. I'm the same way, but instructor to cut a mullet. That's about it. Two haircuts a year.
Well, we go to the same chick that cuts hair, and she's like, Chris's mullet looks fucking awful. And I'm like,
no, she didn't.
Yeah, Nicolette tells me how bad it looks like dog shit.
Well, she's the one cutting it.
I know. And she said, that's what you demand. And I was like, you know what? So wait, you're purposely...
do a better job,
You're purposely give people bad haircuts.
She's reading between the lines.
Yeah,
when you say give me a mullet, she's like, oh, this guy wants to look like shit. I'm going to fucking shit up.
I'm challenging myself to own this. This is a character challenge in development where I don't give
First of all, the fucking 70s and 80s called, they want their mullet back.
Well, my truck matches my haircut.
Dude, you're not living in Roadhouse. You're not Swayze. I know it's hard for you to fucking...
The bigger challenge might be to get a haircut that draws no attention. Because in my experience, people who get weird, offbeat haircuts are actually just trying to look cool or get attention.
Well, I'm creating my avatar, but it's me.
Well,
truck,
isn't that
haircut.
Real? Well, I mean, isn't that what you do in life? You create the life that you want.
Yeah, I started this whole metaverse change, but it's in real life.
I like it. Just it was weird hearing the guy talk about like who he thought he could be in the metaverse, and I was like, you know, you can do all that yourself. Like you can make a change. You can be the person you're.
Again, it's hard, man. You have to get up and you have to drag your draggy limbs around, and you got to
work out,
think about things, and come up with good ideas. And
yeah,
I think that's primarily the answer. Is why all that sounds too hard.